Good morning, evening, afternoon, you guys. Well, it's the start of a brand new day and the start of a brand new job, and we're already not quite off to the start we want because we're dumping dirt in the street. And that needs to be up and into the yard. We're not, the city we're working in, we're not allowed to technically dump dirt in the street. So first thing we got to do is get a broom and get that street cleaned up. But let's go see what we've got going on. This one is a bit of a doozy. We're going to be demoing a swimming pool, but this is tough working conditions. This is our opening right here. And Alex is starting it, and I'll be taking this one over. So he's crawling down right now into the bottom of that swimming pool and getting the materials out of the bottom. Now, if the conditions were any worse, he could have had a hard time getting back up. That's a gunite bottom. So here's the way we do these swimming pools. We remove everything except for the material in the bottom, which then gets broken into a powder. Let me actually show you what that material is like. This is the material that's in the bottom. It just crumples. If it was dry, this would turn into a powder. So we go through, we remove the sidewalls, we remove the vinyl liner, we remove the 2 toads in the bottom, 3, 4, 5, 6 toads in the bottom. Hey, throw me up them toads, will ya? Hey, one more. Hey, 2 more. Right here, too. I think that's all of them. So we'll be putting everything up here and then filling in the bottom and then doing the rest of the removals because we need a safe work zone. The beak comes in amazingly handy. We also made our own version of this called the monkey claw. It's a much heavier duty version of this, and it's more for massive demolition. The beak, which is not saying it's light duty by any means, it's just kind of like perfectly balanced for a skid loader and nice for a job like this. I was just telling these guys about the monkey claw. That's really for heavy duty stuff.
The monkey claw is pretty heavy too, so
yeah,
when you get a lot of concrete on there, you can't carry as much as this one can to dump it into the dump truck.
Right. But boy, that thing is built to smash.
Oh yeah.
Plywood. Oh, it's a plywood backed swimming pool. You know what they call that?
Oh yeah, it is.
Hey, do you know what they call a plywood backed swimming pool?
Crap, probably.
No, not crap. Oh, this is our customer, Bill. They call a plywood backed swimming pool a Buster Crab swimming pool. That's the official name of it, a Buster Crab swimming pool. I didn't know that, but some old timer, he was a Olympic swimming pool champion. He was telling me about all the different swimming pools.
What do you call the plywood back one?
Buster Crab. That was the original version of it, Buster Crab. Okay, what's the deal with the inspections?
I'm just waiting to hear back from you 2 now.
So wait a minute, we gotta have 2 inspections? Clear this up for me.
So there's 2 separate permits pulled. There's one for the natural resources and there's one for the building permit.
One for the silt fence?
Yeah, essentially the silt fence and like erosion control and the silt socks up in the front. And I'm sure they're probably gonna want to see a sewer outlet protection, you know, right there.
Okay.
Sewers there, so I'm trying to get a hold of the guy, but no one answers their freaking phone, so I got 2 voicemails left to him. But I just want to know if I got to get that SILT fence in before he comes out here, or what, you know?
Okay, so then the other inspection is for the actual pool itself. You best let him know we got to do it this way because we don't have the space to do it any other way.
The actual building inspector? Yeah, I haven't got a hold of him yet. I got a voicemail left to both of them.
Into both of them?
Yep.
Okay, well, they'll let you know by tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's why we'll film. So if we have to, we'll just show them this video to prove how we did it and what we're doing. Oh, hey, I got a line on a guy bringing in dirt for us for free. And when I went to Home Depot, there were these guys that they had a monster load of tin on their truck. I would have never sent anybody down the road like that, but it was all metal. Oh crap, we got no metal in here, right?
Just a little bit. I swear that stuff I pulled out first was tin.
Yeah, but this is a Buster Crab right here.
Yeah, it is right there. Yeah. But...
So yeah, I can call these guys and they'll take all the tin. That's all they do is tin. They're scrappers. But I got their number. If you get a load of scrap, you don't have to put it on Johnny, but are you gonna save that till the end?
Most likely, that's usually how we do it.
Yeah, we'll just save it to the end and then we'll throw it on them guys or throw it on John one way or another.
That's not what I put in. Here's what I put in is nice and firm. Fill soil I got.
You're gonna bridge just fine. You're gonna bridge just fine. That little bit of something, we put a house on a spot where the middle was like jello, like legit jello. And I called the engineer out. I called a different engineer because I didn't like the first engineer's opinion because he's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, that, in my opinion, that can't be okay. I called the second engineer out. He came out and he's like, yeah, what's the problem? Like, it's doing this, but it was non-organic, and the footings weren't on it. And I learned a pretty good lesson about bridging and soil composition, and that's where I think you're going to be. I question everything, especially from engineers and architects and people that have very specific skill sets that I can then borrow that knowledge from on potential future projects. This house that we put over this questionable soils is still there today and still has 0 issues. And one of the things I learned was about sumping and pumping when you're in less than favorable conditions but still using optimum soils. Let me kind of break this down. Having a little bit of deflection in that soil, as long as it's a non-organic material, can sometimes, with caution and understanding, be an okay thing. But you can mess that soil up if you over-compact. What happens is you'll get water down below, and then if you're using a vibratory compactor and you're pounding the soil above it, that water will actually wick up into your soil and disintegrate your results. But if you use the right amount of compression compaction and you just gently squish that soil over the questionable areas, you can actually use the soil above it to create a bridging effect. Well, we're off to a good start. Jason's bleeding. He's worked about 13 seconds. So I got him checking the pre-check, and while he's doing that, there's something I want to show you probably. Yeah, this is something. I gotta show you this. This is interesting. This is interesting. So let's cover up the address. Now, as we look at this, that is right there, $554. And take a guess what that's for. That $554 permit fee is just for silt fence and erosion inspections. It's not for the job. You want to see what the job fee is? The job fee on this project is $98. So the actual permit to do the deconstruction of the swimming pool is $98, but they charge $550 to come out and inspect a silt fence, and that's on every single job. And we're not in a big town. This is not a big town. This is a little tiny town. So you want to talk to me about what I feel is a waste of money? Geez. So here's the best part. There's the silt fence, and we're down in a hole behind a retaining wall. We don't have it spiked in, and we told the guy, look, you know, it's not going to rain, we're going to be here for a day. They're charging us $550 to do this. And he's like, well, he's going to come out and he's going to inspect it. You can probably see him in just a few minutes because I'm going to film him. And he warned us that if he saw any sediment in the neighbor's yard, we're going to have to come back and figure out a way to shovel that back over the fence. So we have 2 permits. The one to do the job is only $98, but the one to inspect that piece of silt fence is $550.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that torques me.
It is an ignition.
What?
It doesn't have a key for the ignition. Other side.
All right, let's go get started working. What happened?
The inspector drove by again.
Again.
Twice now.
Didn't stop.
Didn't stop, just looks.
Just kind of goes by, does he even wave? Like, hi.
He's,
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's better than...
he looks kind of like a heavy fella. A little bit big, you know.
Yeah.
But smiling and waving.
Hey, you. How are ya? How are you doing today? You're so pretty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right, so here's what's happening with this job site. I've got Jason stationed out in the front yard, keeping an eye open because the SILT fence inspector is supposed to be there that morning. And he drives right by. And I'm looking at Jason, and Jason looks at me, and we're both jumping up and down. Hey, over here, maybe he missed the site. Then he comes by about an hour later, and he drives by again. He just looks at us and just keeps going. Won't even stop. Twice, he just blew right past us for a $554 inspection fee. I would at least hope to get some FaceTime with the guy. But the next inspector, the building inspector, he does stop. And that gets pretty interesting. And that's coming up in the next the next 3-part series that we got coming down the pipeline. So I hope you guys like these series, and I hope you guys hit that subscribe button and stick around. God bless you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.